Ha! Alright. This time, talking about time, because I'm thinking about time, and time's important. So, I always say no. Ladies and gentlemen, when you go out and you're walking in the park, and you have some bread, for some reason, you just went to the store, and like some guy dropped a loaf of bread, and he was like, oh, I don't want this, here, take it, and you're like, oh, okay. So you have this loaf of bread, and you're in the park, and there are all these ducks everywhere, right? Track with me here. There's all these ducks everywhere, and you're like, wah, 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 and you're like, oh, wow, ducks, check it out, ha, ha, ha. And you're chilling there, and then you go, whoa, what if I feed this bread to these ducks? And the ducks are like, wah, 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 yeah, and you're like, oh, yeah, genius, great idea, and you do it. When you do it, feeding the bread to the ducks, in and of itself, is just some act, right? It's just this thing that you did. In and of itself, it's like, okay, you fed some ducks. But because you didn't feed ducks for the rest of the day, that made feeding the ducks special, right? Tracking like a railroad here. Because the rest of the day was spent with sleeping and like walking and going to the store and going to the park and just being alive, talking to people, working your job, whatever. All those different things conglomerate into this thing, which is the day, right? And then this one little slice, this little bit, like a little pizza slice, is feeding the ducks. And you're like, oh, wow, that was just, the highlight of my day. I love that. That was great. Or maybe you hate ducks. I don't know. Maybe you like geese more. Personally, geese are the devil in animal form. Actually, no, we're not even going to get into that. So let's just pretend that you enjoyed feeding these ducks and you thought it was a good time. You would consider that to be a good time. You would say like, wow, that was great. I look back on that. It was nice. Now, if you spent your entire day not sleeping, not walking, not going to the store, not anything, but you spent your entire day just feeding ducks, how would you feel about that? Would you still be happy? Would you be like, oh wow, my day's so special because it got spent feeding ducks, so good, I'm broke from all the bread that I bought to feed these ducks? No, you would be, you'd get used to it. You would be like, oh, okay, well, this is the normal thing now. This is now normal. You're just feeding ducks, that's all you do. And then one day, you go to the park, some guy gives you a grape, and you feed bluebirds. And then you're like, wow, that was the highlight of my day. I spent all my day feeding ducks, and now I fed a bluebird. Wow! And it's because it's different that makes it special. It's because it's not out of the ordinary, because it's pretty ordinary to feed ducks and be able to do that, but it's because it was a separation from what your normal day is that made it a good thing. And I'm saying this because it's like, right now, personally, I have a job, and I just got my job, and now it's like, wow, this is great, but now, all of my day, like a third at least, is spent working the job, which makes whatever else I do special. And beforehand, when I didn't have a job, it was like I had all this time. I had all this time to do whatever I wanted. And so it's just like, oh, it's all so special. Oh, I don't even care. And like just wasted it because it didn't matter. It didn't matter if I didn't do stuff because I had all the time in the world. I had this. Now, this much is taken up by a job. That leaves me with this. And that much is sleep. And that much is sleep. And so now all I got is this. So it's like, oh gosh, now whatever you do with this time, whatever I do with this time, is more special. So that makes it like a higher priority. It's like when you have less time, the things that you do with the time that you get for free, that's awesome. That's special. It's like, yeah, sweet. And so like, if you don't, have a job or something, I'm not saying like your time is spent badly or something. I'm just like, this is the way my mind processes it. I'm saying that if you don't have something that you're required to do or that you continually do, then you're just left with all this open time. And if you don't like use it super well, then it's not special. I think. I have no idea. So, my question to you, dear citizen of whatever country, nationality, or state, city, state, and / or province that you're a part of, is what makes a time thing special to you? Is it similar to what I described, or is it more like, oh, it's because I decided that that was a good time? Or is it like something that just really, like, just because an event happens that makes a time good? Or what? Like, tell me what makes time special, or how you spend your time. That's my question. And now I'm going to work on my comic, because that's what I'm deciding to be special. All right. Have a good night. Huh.